Hello, everybody. It's Susie Q96. And last week, well, actually, just a couple of days ago on my show, I made a comment that I was always the kid that was picked last for PE and that nobody invited me to be part of these big collaborations or sent me the question challenges or any of that stuff. Well, I should have kept my yap shut because I got hit with the 40 question challenge by FLthunder Diggin with Rob. So I'm going to knock this little thing out here real quick. I thought about doing it in a live stream and then, nah, that's okay. I'm just going to prop this piece of paper up here and read them off. Question number 1. Do you like ketchup on hot dogs? Sometimes. It depends on the mood I'm in. Yesterday, I ate hot dogs twice. The first time, it was a chili dog with Bogee's mustard. And if you don't know what that is, you've never been to the Midwest. And the second one, I had ketchup and sweet relish. So the answer to the question is yes, sometimes I do. Choice of soda. Well, if you live in the South, I guess it's a soda, or everything's a Coke down here. If you live in the Midwest, it's pop. When I was growing up, I was a Pepsi-holic. I lived about a half a mile from the Pepsi bottling place, and they'd give us free Pepsis. And our next door neighbor worked there, so we got a lot of free Pepsi. But in the last year or so, I have taken up this deal. When my friend Tommy died, Tommy always had to have a Coke. He liked Cokes. And when he died, well, when he had his stroke before he passed away, I went to get some of his things packed up. And there were the little 8-ounce bottle Cokes in his refrigerator. And so I drank one because it was really hot in his trailer. And so now every day I drink one of those. So I guess now my preference is only the 8-ounce Coke in the bottle, glass bottle. I don't want plastic. I don't want a can. Okay, number 3, do you own a gun? I have owned guns. I know how to use guns. I'm not going to tell you if I have one now, but if you come into my house, you might find out, and it might not be pleasant. Enough said on that one. Number 4, can you swim? Ugh. I was raised in Florida, and I never was a good swimmer because I've never had particularly strong arms. When I was in high school, I broke my collarbone, and I can swim. I can float for eternity, but I'm not a real strong swimmer. Never have been. But I can, I can stay afloat. Number 5, hot dog or cheeseburger? All of the above. Yeah. Favorite type food? Mexican. I could eat Mexican food every day, 3 meals a day. I work with a band who all the members are of Mexican descent. I've eaten plenty of Mexican food around them. But even when I was a little kid, we had a Taco Tico right around the corner. And if my mom was making liver and onions, I wasn't eating that. That wasn't going to happen. Little Susie was out of there. And I'd be over at the Taco Tico. So I'm going to have to say Mexican food. Do I believe in ghosts? I don't know that I believe in like the apparition of a thing, flying ghost thing. Do I believe in spirits? Do I believe that people come back and give us messages? Oh, hell yes. Pardon my language. If you go look at there's 2 or 3 of my metal detecting videos, and there's one that has a whole story in it about Tommy after he passed and what I found when I was walking through a field talking to him. So do I believe spirits? Yes. I don't believe in like Casper ghost kind of things. Drink. What do you drink in the morning? Same thing I'm drinking right now. Ooh, don't you love my cup? Thank you to my high school friend, Susan Moore. This is the second I See Stupid People cup that she sent me. I broke my first one. I love this cup. And it's full of coffee, which I drink in the morning. And then I, right behind it, have a glass of sweet tea. Can I do 100 push-ups? Never in my freaking life have I been able to do push-ups. I failed junior high PE because my wrists were so weak. I couldn't climb the ropes. I fell off the rope and broke my wrist. I couldn't do the push-ups. Nope, not a push-up kid. Only push-ups I had were the ice creams and the bra. There you go. That's my push-ups right there. My favorite season of the year or time of the year is fall. I love fall. There's a lot of festivals and the weather is cool, and if you're in the right part of the country, the leaves are changing, and I can go metal detecting every day because the weather's comfortable. So definitely fall. Favorite hobby? Gee, let me see. Metal detecting? And coin collecting, stamp collecting, jewelry making, guitar playing, photography. I got a lot of hobbies. But probably metal detecting. I really love metal detecting. It's just, that's my Zen moment where I can go out and just be out by myself. I like it. Do I have any tattoos? No. I've had some temporary tattoos done, like the henna tattoos. I'm not adverse to having tattoos. I just don't personally have any. I thought about getting one not too long ago, but I kind of have a phobia of needles, and so, no. Do I wear glasses? Yeah. I have actually worn glasses since I was in high school. Do I have any phobias? Well, yeah, needles. I've had zillions and zillions of needles stuck into me over the years, and I still hate them. Dental work. I had an oral surgeon up in Michigan that landed me in the intensive care unit for almost a week. So I don't like anybody putting any kind of instrument near or in my mouth. That's not, no. Surgical things around my mouth, no. And I'm not real crazy about heights. I mean, I'm not gonna have a hissy fit if I have to go up on something, but I'd rather not. Do I have any nicknames? Yeah, I do. I have 3. In high school, a lot of people called me Marty. That actually started in junior high when one of my teachers, Mr. Bonatis, had 5 girls named Susan in his class. And he kept calling me by my last name. And I told him I didn't really appreciate being called by my last name. So he shortened it to Marty. And there are still a few people around that do call me Marty. And when I first started racing cars, I raced as Marty because people would hear the name Marty Martin and they thought it was a guy. And so they didn't try to run me off the racetrack, and that was fine with me. So with the band I work with, I used to do a radio show with Question Mark and the Mysterians, and the character that he assigned to me was a 13-year-old girl named Little Susie. So I'm still Little Susie as far as the band is concerned. And of course, Susie Q. So those are my nicknames. And then there's probably some that you don't want to repeat on here, given to me by people that don't like me very much. And that's okay too. Favorite drinks. Well, I quit drinking alcohol back in the 90s. When I did drink alcohol, I drank Jack Daniels and ginger ale. But now my favorite drinks are sweet tea and coffee. Do you like blue cheese? Sometimes with wings, but I'm not a big fan of blue cheese. I wouldn't put blue cheese dressing on my salad or anything like that. Rain or snow? Snow. from a kid who grew up in Florida, I love snow. When I lived in Michigan, I was so excited. The snow would start falling, and I'd have to run out and build a snowman and make some snow angels and carve little paths through my gardens. I like snow. I don't like rain. Rain bites. Other than watering the plants and softening the ground, I don't really care about rain. Can you change a tire? Let me see. Yeah. I was crew chief on a race car. I drove race cars for a little bit, but I was crew chief for a racing team for several years. We went up to Riverhead, New York to the World Figure 8 Championships a couple times. Yeah, the girl can change a tire. Don't like to anymore, but I can do it. So, yeah, I can definitely handle that. Favorite flower. This one you may not be familiar with this flower. It's called the Mexican sunflower. It's not a true sunflower. It's an orangish red flower that the petals almost look like they're wax. They are so shiny, and I just love them. I think they're gorgeous. I also like marigolds and lantana, which a lot of people think are weeds, but lantana attracts butterflies and hummingbirds, and mosquitoes hate it. So therefore I like it because I don't like mosquitoes. Hate skaters. Can you drive a stick shift? Yeah. My dad insisted on a few things before I was even allowed to get a driver's license. One of them was I had to be able to drive a stick shift. And of course I drove race cars later. So yeah, I can drive a stick shift. Have I been skydiving? No, and I'm not gonna. The only way I'm ever gonna be skydiving is if they tell me the plane is crashing and here, put this parachute on and go out that door. That's the only way I'm going out that door. Otherwise, nope. Do I have any kids? No. I have a stepson that I am no longer in touch with. I mean, I know where he is, but we just don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. But I have only my fur baby cat. That's my kid. And the band, as far as I'm concerned, they're my kids. They act like kids. So, favorite color. My favorite color is orange. It is orange. Am I employed? No, no. I'm retired. I'm on Social Security. I still do some research of the genealogical nature, family trees, for some clients that I've had for years. When Ancestry.com first started, I worked for them and I taught online classes in genealogy. And I also do some research projects for other things like businesses that need to look up articles from old newspapers about the history of their companies, things like that. And I make jewelry and I sell that at farmers markets. But as an actual job, no, I do not have one. I'm too old for that crap. Can I whistle? That's about it. Favorite vacation. Favorite vacation. Anywhere that I can metal detect. I really like going to the beach, but pretty much anywhere that I can go metal detecting. Now, favorite vacations of ones that I took in the past would probably be back in 73, I think it was, when a friend of mine that I worked with at the telephone company and I went to Jamaica. And we did not stay in the fancy hotels or anything like that. We roughed it in the days before Negril had been developed, and there were just little wooden shacks and that kind of thing. We traded clothes for lobsters. I mean, it was a great vacation. I had a blast on that one. Do I have any siblings? Yes. I have an older brother and an older sister. And then I had two people that I called siblings, you know, that were that close with me. Both of them are deceased. My friend Kathy Jones and my friend Clay Mesa. Yeah, I was really, really close with those two people. I am actually getting ready to move. Sorry, I know it's just touched my face. Getting ready to move nearer to my sister. So that'll be interesting. Have I had any surgeries? You got a couple of hours. I was a perfectly healthy human being up until the beginning of the 2000s. And then things just started. I started getting all these autoimmune disorder things. And one of them spiraled me seriously out of control. When I quit smoking at age 55, I learned that nicotine masks the symptoms of ulcerative colitis. And about a year after I quit smoking, I was coming back from Hippie Fest in Daytona, where I had been a vendor, and I became violently ill. My stepson fortunately was with me and managed to get me home. When I went to the hospital, they basically told me that my intestines were trash. And they gave me all this expensive medicine and sent me home. And the expensive medicine just was going right through my system. And 10 days later, I ended up in the ER. I actually died in the ER. And I spent the next 6 months in the hospital having multiple surgeries. And now I only have half my digestive system. I have what is called a J pouch, which is better than the option of having an ostomy bag. You start out, they give you an ostomy bag, and they kind of reroute your intestines, and they create this pouch thing, and then they take away the ostomy bag, and everything is internal. And I've had that for 10 years. So major surgeries, yes. The first bill from just the diagnosis was $187,000. So basically, I had, it was all said and done, it was over $2 million. So I have a $2 million digestive system. Yeah. Shower or bath? I would prefer to take a bath, but this place doesn't have a bathtub, so I have to take a shower. I have been known on occasion to go rent a hotel room for the sole purpose of taking a flippin' bath. I like to soak in the tub. I have 3 different forms of arthritis, and it really helps me to soak in a tub. So yeah, I would prefer to take a bath. Last song I listened to. Oh boy, this one's going to be so cliche, but it's absolutely the truth. The last song I listened to was Question Mark and the Mysterians' 96 Tears. I listen to that song every single day. I love that song, and it makes me happy. So yeah. Number 32, have I had any broken bones? Yes, I've broken my wrist, I've broken my collarbone, I've broken several toes, I broke a finger. Oh, that was a good one, because when they set it, they set my hand like this in the thing, and I got to walk around the speedway for like 8 weeks, flipping everybody off. I didn't do it. That's the way the doctor put the thing. And I broke my leg when I got hit on my bicycle by a hit-and-run driver in Clearwater, Florida. Jerk. Never did catch him. Number of TVs in my house. There are 4 in the house. Only 3 of them are connected to anything, and none of them are connected to cable. I do not have cable. I have a TV in the living room, a TV in the bedroom, and a TV in my craft room, a little one that has a DVD player hooked to it, so that I can put in how-to videos and that kind of stuff in there. So yeah, 3, I guess. Worst pain. I'm assuming they're talking about physical pain. And if that's what they're talking about, it would have been when I went back to the hospital the second time with the ulcerative colitis, and I actually died in the ER. The last thing I remember hearing him say was that my organs were shutting down, and I woke up 3 days later in the most extreme pain imaginable. So yeah, I'm going to have to say that one. Emotional pain would no doubt be when my friend Tommy died, because of the circumstances surrounding it and how his family reacted and behaved. It was not good. Do you like to sing? I love to sing. Unfortunately, when I went through all of those surgeries, there was a lot of things going on with tubes down my throat and this sort of thing, and my vocal cords were damaged. But when I was in junior high and high school, I was in the Florida All-State Chorus, so I could sing. Now, not so much, but I like to. Is my mother still living? No, my mother passed away a few years back. Shouldn't have happened the way it did. I had no control over it. And I really don't want to discuss that one. 3 things I did today. I went to the dermatologist. Then I went and bought some window shades because I have to replace the shades in this apartment when I move out. And I sat in the parking lot of a Walmart for what seemed like forever, waiting for road service to come, because somehow I accidentally turned my lights on my car and ran my battery down. Fortunately, a nice gentleman came and jump started me, and I called the road service and canceled it. So I did those 3 things today. And I'm doing this video, so that's a bonus. 38, what do I watch on TV? Not much. I don't have cable. I don't have Hulu or Netflix or any of that. I watch a lot of YouTube. A lot of YouTube. I watch metal detecting shows, coin collecting shows. For some crazy reason, I decided to watch Beyond Scared Straight, where they were trying to straighten out these obnoxious kids. Kind of laughed because I was probably as obnoxious as some of them. I like to watch old music shows like American Bandstand and Shindig and all the old 60s stuff. And I like history shows. But I really don't watch TV. 39, pumpkin or pecan pie. I'm not allowed to eat nuts due to all of my digestive surgery, so it's definitely going to be pumpkin. And number 40, I have to ask 3 people to take the challenge. Now, I don't know if any of these people have done the challenge or not. So, and I haven't asked them. So I'm just going to throw their names out here. And if they want to do it, they can. They're not obligated. You know, I'm not going to be offended or anything if they don't want to. But my 3 that I'm going to ask are Kellen L., Tiffany Twisted, and Handy Andy 736. These are all regular people on my channel. And if they want to make a video and do this, then that's fine. And if they don't want to, hey, you know, I get it. I really do. So anyway, that's my 40 questions. I try not to insult anybody or be too obnoxious. So if I was making up the 40 questions, they'd be a whole lot different than those. Because I'm that way, you know. I'm a smart aleck, as you can tell. I'm a smart aleck. And I'm not calling my fans stupid people. These are just the people that I deal with on a day-to-day. I love the people on my channel. I do. They do not fall under this category. All right, guys. So that's my 40 questions. I hope you enjoyed it. Florida Thunder Digging with Rob. asked me if I would do it, so I did. You can go check his channel out. I've been detecting with him before. He's pretty cool dude. All right, guys. So that's all I have to say on this one. Bye.